How's it going, water signs? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. I'm just about to do you guys a general reading for water signs moving into 2019. So just sort of a general overview of the energies in 2019 for water signs. So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What I'm doing is shuffling my brand new deck, the Starman Tarot. I saved this deck purposefully to do 2019 New Year energy readings for you guys, so I hope you really enjoy the cards and enjoy the reading. Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you 100%, so just keep what works for you and know that the rest is for somebody else watching, okay? So thanks for that. If you do want a personalized reading, shoot me an email at ariesfiretarot@gmail.com and I'll book you in, okay? Okay, just a little bit more shuffling. I do realize that watching somebody shuffle is not the most exciting thing in the world, but if I shuffle and then start recording, people might not understand that I've shuffled the deck, right? And they're like, hey, what is she doing? So we shuffled the deck to clear the energy from the last reading, basically. So, okay, I feel like I'm good to go here. All right. So 2019 general reading energy for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So the first card I have for you guys is the High Priestess card. And this is just a really strong card in tarot about intuition and foresight, having intelligence and enlightenment. I think these are energies that you've decided to move forward in 2019 with. I'm getting a really strong energy that, you know, you guys, you might not have had the greatest 2018 and you've kind of got into a point in your life where you're like, okay, that's enough. You know, you're feeling like, I don't want anybody to mess with me anymore. You've just... I'm getting the sense that some of you might have been pushed into decisions or choices that you were not 100% comfortable with. And you sort of went along with it. And just seeing a lot of you out there going, oh, that's enough. Like, this is my life. And you're really just putting like both feet firmly on the ground and saying, hello, you know, your opinion is greatly appreciated, but I'm going to make my own decisions going forward. That's what I'm getting from the High Priestess. So the next card I have for you, and I wanted to call it Cups again. I keep pulling this card. So I've got the Prince of Cups, which is a romantic invitation. So this could be a really good year for love for you. And that could be related to the High Priestess card, you guys out there. You could have just sort of gone with the flow in a relationship. And and then just not been happy about the choices that were made for both of you. I did not intend this to be a love reading, but I think you're really stepping into your power this year, regardless if it's related to your dating life or your married life or whatever life. I think you're really just going to, I'm getting the phrase, my way or the highway. And that's okay. I mean, sometimes we're just trying to keep the peace, right? And sort of stay below the radar and not cause problems. And you think that maybe speaking your voice is going to be seen as an opposition. And maybe you've been around the type of people, or you've had the kind of partner that kind of makes you feel shitty for having your own opinion. And there's lots of people out there, I call them bulldozers, but I really see that you've had enough. You've had enough, really, and you're just going to be super strong, and you're going to make your own decisions, and you're going to talk about them, and you're going to do it in a really respectful way. I think you've been doing a lot of work on how to stand up for yourself in a non-confrontational way. I'm getting these cards quite a bit, so I just see a really... You guys are really pleased with your own development right now. This is the Nine of Cups, which is a celebration card. You are really just proud of who you are and who you have been like committed to be as you move forward into 2019. These are really just great cards, you guys. I'm really happy that I'm pulling these cards for you. I do see sort of a downtrodden vibe for some of you out there. I'm getting like church mouse, you know, or you're just kind of not speaking your mind and you're just sort of like, okay. And I know a lot of us go through that. I actually went through that in my life too, so I get it. So when you finally have that awakening moment, you're like, hold on, you know, that's really beautiful to me. So the next card I have for you guys is the Seven of Swords. And this card is related to sort of, I think this is how somebody treated you, right? They didn't really have a whole lot of respect for who you were as a person, and they sort of bullied you into taking their path and made you, again, feel not the greatest, and that if you sort of suggested something or opposed their decision, they didn't make you feel that great. So that's where this High Priestess energy is coming in, because you've had it. And I think this could be like an ex-partner or your old boss or something like that. You can see how they've just sort of shattered. And I believe this is a representation of you as you struggled through 2018 a little bit, right? And somebody has just sort of left a wreckage of you behind and they're running away, which is super uncool. But when that person, they sort of triggered this evolution in you. Wow, I was really close to the camera just there. I'm going to zoom out. You know, so I know it's not always easy to be grateful for the person that puts the last straw on your back, but somebody spurred you on to a higher respect for yourself is what I'm seeing here. And you need to be congratulated for that. If you're not congratulating yourself, do so, please. Give yourself like, yeah, you go, you know. So the next card I have for you guys is the King of Cups. This looks a little Mad Max to me right now. So check this card out, the King of Cups. So when we see the King of Cups, this is somebody who's very creative, and some people see this person as quite spineless because they're not very verbose, right? They sort of take things, they're like, if you're in a gathering and there's somebody sort of sitting there taking in everything and not really adding a lot, that person is sort of, would be like the King of Cups energy, because they're happy just participating without like trying to control a conversation. They're just happy to be there as an attendee. But other people might sort of misinterpret that as like, oh, what's wrong with them? Like, why aren't they talking? And why did they even bother coming? And I think this is your old energy here. You know, where you just sort of went along with everything because you were just sort of happy to be there. But then you started to have this sort of sinking feeling like, why don't I matter right now in this job, in this relationship? Like, and you started to feel a little bit used, or in some cases abused, because of this, right? But this is like, this was the last time, and I see sort of a repeated pattern of going from situation or job or relationship sort of repeating itself, you guys. And people sort of had this mentality about you that, you know, he or she, you, spineless and sort of take advantage. But you're being, I get goosebumps sometimes, you guys. You're being infused with this high priestess energy, you know. You are going to be your own champion as we move forward. Like, you're not going to take this garbage anymore from anybody. Again, we have like the same sort of energy, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is outwardly, like, you know, when you see somebody that's perfectly polished, you know, they're just put together, everything is like on point. Like, if you could think of a red carpet event, like outwardly put together and just sparkling and smiling. But this is a very sensitive person as well. And to a certain extent, the outward adornment is a disguise. And I feel like this is who you were. Again, I feel like this is your old energy here. Like the 3 cards that I pulled on the bottom, the 7 of Swords. This is what 2018 did to you. Like, it basically shattered you and like basically broke your glass ceiling for tolerance, right? And then here's the Queen of Pentacles, who you were in this situation. You were like, oh, everything's fine, you know. And again, with the King of Cups, you're sort of going along with it and just kind of happy to be there. But 2019, man, you're coming out of it with the High Priestess and the Prince of Cups here. And then you're so proud of yourself here with the 9 of Cups. You're really celebrating how far you're going to evolve. And I see that some of you are sort of on different places in this path. So you could be just at this point where you're like, I don't deserve this anymore, right? And you're just going to start stepping into your power with the High Priestess, and you're going to become such a strong version of yourself. You're going to evolve into, I believe, who you've always wanted to be in 2019. So I just see a really, really intense, I'm getting the word intense, development for you in 2019. This is your year of take no prisoners. And I just firmly believe, as I said that phrase, that you were the prisoner and you're letting yourself out of that. And good for you. Congratulations. So guys, I feel like this was meant specifically for a bunch of people. If that person was you, just let me know in the comments or hit the like button. Can't speak sometimes. Definitely subscribe to my channel so you can catch some more guidance as January and 2019 unfolds. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. Have a great 2019 ahead and take care of yourselves. Stay blessed. Bye.